paralytic child. On the day when man, he fell back onto all fours and crawled, the seed for you was born. 2 failed cells dividing in the mud to produce what here, now, today, we see here before us. The lone spent eagle of a child, without explanation, world or tale, crawling into and out of yourself, as if your Creator, he had removed it, your backbone like a pick from between his teeth. For you have been born of all human deaths, even, yes, those worm-eaten parts of you, still visible, that died when in you a religion lost its faith. Yet half-gutted and partly atrophied, it seems as though you have just crawled clear of heaven. For devolution has forced you free of the membrane of history, the poise and the grace and the gait of all ancient men demolished by the one single revolution of your hip, species after species by the portent in your eye. So, is there perhaps some undiscovered tribe or people who, in their pockets, still guard religiously a small wooden fetish in your image? Carved perhaps in the first few days after the passing of sin. Once, in a church's vault, it was discovered. The microfilm of a gospel too supernatural to view. Yet having now already seen the last earth-bound creature crash into the sea, and the eagle grow ill with flying, and with all of the languages of the world now, but unwanted pulp at the back of your throat, towards what new destination can you imagine yourself now heading? You are planet's only anthropological firstborn. As, in your mind, when you move, the unused flesh from your limbs, it is hurled like clumps of wet clay onto some celestial grid, where, unrolled again, it is stretched back onto fresh bone. So what in Nietzsche's or Plato's mind prevents you from ever again standing up? Your body that forces every extraneous muscle to twitch, day after day, when, as a child beast, you crawl out from the landscapes, into the now abandoned churches, temples of the world, where your presence, it explodes like spittle onto the icon's lips, and where the tilt of your head, it drops all known stairs to the ground, until on that day, when your death, it gives birth finally to our last belated truth, on some dusty and deserted road, or high plateau, where, in mournful rhetoric, all past experiences of man are resolved, and never to be mentioned again.